Well, welcome to Osaka in Japan. Man, this place is amazing. It's the third largest city in all of Japan. I like the fact that it's on a lot of canals, and the port area gets a lot of cruise ships coming in. But this place at night time is amazing to see. Like all the neon, everything is lit up. So let's show you around Osaka, Japan.
So if you're after a fun night out in Osaka, the Dotonbori district is for you. It is famous for the neon lights. Here on the bridge, the famous Glico Man that's been there since 1935. It's lit up like Times Square almost, so it's definitely the place to be. There are so many people here, but there's heaps of restaurants, heaps of places to go, lots of interesting little things happening all around. So wander around this area in the evening. It's definitely on your to-do list. So come with us while we go for a bit of an explore around this area at night.
Have a look at the Aussies you meet up with here in Osaka in Japan.
G'day mate, how you going?
Fair dinkum. This
You know this guy, Brother Miller?
This bloke used to work for me back in the day, in Exmouth.
I miss them days.
Exmouth days, and now we're meeting up after 12 years.
Yeah, still look the same.
Here in the gym. Yeah, that's right.
Sound the same, are the same.
And he's still a single lad, so...
Ladies, anyone?
Yeah, just send it. I'll put his mobile number in the link below.
Call one.
Call one.
I'll speed one.
Call triple O actually. Well, they love their vending machines here in Japan, and there's all sorts. Not really enticing for me, but pretty popular. Some of them are packed out when you go in and have a look. I thought they would be for kids, but actually a lot of adults go in there. Which one do you want to play?
I don't know.
All of them. I don't see the appeal in these capsule toys. What's the appeal about it? The right one? Yeah, after certain ones, but it's not guaranteed which one you're going to get. I think I'll save my money.
Have you ever found yourself in another city with a spare day or even a few spare hours and you're not sure what to see or do? Then maybe like me, you do a quick online search, what to see in this city, and then you end up doing the first touristy thing that pops up, like looking for the viral Japanese fluffy cheesecake. Then you find yourself waiting in long queues, crowded with people, and paying a fortune for something that, in the end, was disappointing because it wasn't worth the hype. Wouldn't it be great to have a convenient tour guide in your pocket that you can whip out in these situations? One that'll give you a few options of things that are actually worth seeing? Well, let me introduce you to the sponsor of this video, the AWEgmentedTours app. There's tours on the app ranging from just a few hours up to a few days, and all the research has been done for you. Many of the tours have been curated by locals who'll give you the insights on how to skip the tourist traps and get to the heart of the places you visit. It's so easy to use the app. Just download it, and once you've selected a tour that interests you, simply click the start button and you're away. You can stop and start the tour whenever you want, and best of all, many of the tours are actually free. Just download the Augmented Tours app today and start exploring. Now, I'm going to find somewhere that we can actually try this cheesecake. So we've literally looked everywhere for a little spot that we can sit and eat this cheesecake that we bought. And it's like you get shooed out of everywhere, and there's just no public seating in this area. So we've come up into this like department store building and found some seating, and I'm gonna eat it like as if I'm doing something illegal. There we go. It's a little bit deflated, but it's got his little face on top. So there you go. It's got his little chef on top. I'm gonna pick off a little bit and eat it. Look at how light and fluffy it is. That is like a cloud. It's so light and fluffy. You can see it's like cloud. Bouncy. Not very cheesy, but very light and airy.
Well, we've come to Kuromon Markets. This is one of the most famous markets here in Japan, in Osaka. Actually started off as a bit of a fishing market back in 1822. And then from there, in 1902, become the market it is today. Over 130 years old. This is where you come to get fresh fish. You can get the fugu here, you can get the big crabs, you can get, you name it, it's here, it's fresh. But also many other fresh produce, meats, sweets, desserts, street food, snacks. Serena's already taken off, she's hungry. Already got her eye on some of the places she wants to visit, so let's go and check out Kuromon Market. $5,000 for one leg?
Yes, one piece 5,000.
Okay. Tasty?
Yes,
oishi. Oishi. Good. I'll come back. I want to try one of those crab legs. Barbecue scallops. They look tasty, and some of these oysters here. I think we're going to have to try some things as we go.
Yes, I think I'm ready to taste something now.
Yeah. All right. Let's start. Let's start our tasting of Kuromon Market. All right, all natural oyster, a little bit of Tabasco on it. All natural Hokkaido oyster.
Can you get the whole thing in your mouth is the question.
It's not even a match for my gob. Wow. Fresh, natural like that is the best ever. Love oysters cooked, but love them way more natural like that. Very salty, a little bit creamy. Tabasco just gives that a little bit of bite with the lemon. It's pretty tasty. I'd get more of them. Not for the price.
Look at these beautifully grilled scallops. Okay, I think it's going to be hot, so I just got to cool it down a little bit. That is one big scallop. Beautiful
pineapple and tangerines, like sweet. You got the chard outside, and you also got like a nice little light soy sauce. So this one here specialises in tuna and sea urchin. You can have a little taster appetizer of sea urchin for about 19-20 Australian dollars. Not cheap, but if you like it, it's worth it, I suppose.
Well, here you can get some nice fresh tuna heads. Where do you go to the market, to the fish market to buy?
No, we just like auction, you know the.
Oh, the auctions.
That's why every day like different you know,
Okay.
prices like a quality, you know that.
And the most popular one is the fatty tuna, the belly.
Yeah, fatty tuna is right here.
Right. Wow. Thank you.
No worries, man.
Cheers.
Check out how big they are.
That would be
Yeah, big.
big.
Yeah, you eat. Yes.
Just that much. Yeah.
Wow. Biggest shrimp ever.
Lobster.
Lobster, octopus, squid. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Too much? I want to try all.
Oh my goodness, if you love seafood, you have to come to this place. There is seafood as far as the eye can see. Sashimi, crab legs, oysters, mussels, scallops, prawns.
Everything
Like
you can think
everything.
of out of the ocean that's edible, that's here.
And you can buy it fresh, or you can get it cooked and eat it just there on the side, like a little snacky snack.
But there's also, they've got fresh Wagyu beef everywhere. So you've got actually a lot of your red meats as well. These sea urchins, look at them.
Look at how big these clams are, they're huge.
Massive.
Are these you can just try?
Yeah.
It's like a radish, salty, sweet.
So this dish is really famous here in Osaka, takoyaki.
Like little batter balls
balls.
with octopus inside and bonito flakes on top and sauces. We've had it before, but this place looks good, so we want to try it again.
Amazing how, watch them how they make it.
Original mayonnaise and Ooh, look at all those bonito flakes on top. They weren't shy with the bonito flakes. Look, they're all falling off the side. Smoky, fishy flavour. Okay, these are piping hot. They are burning my hand. We got some original sauce. We just try the original one here. Oh, they're nice and soft. We've got some original sauce and some mayonnaise on top. Love how the little bonito flakes do a little dance for you. I think it's going to burn my mouth. I even let the steam out. Oh, look at how gooey they are inside. Ooh. Ooh, steam is barreling out. Oh, that inside is like molten lava in your mouth, and it just does not cool down. I have just burnt the heck out of my mouth and my lip. I don't think I'm going to be able to taste anything for the rest of the day.
Octopus. Beautiful. What are you worried about?
Yeah, see, the more you chew it, it doesn't cool down. It just keeps burning and burning and burning.
A bit warm inside, but not too bad. I've had pies hotter. But, that's delicious. There is endless choices of food. No wonder this is like Osaka's street food capital, or the kitchen of Japan. The amount of choices of street food you have through here, and fresh produce and dishes. Konnichiwa. Australian. English. Eel rice balls, and such a variety of seafood as well. So here, if you want your king crab, you can pick which one you want. Nice and fresh, still alive, swimming around. Oh yeah, so here it tells you how much they are. Green tag on them, a red tag. So this one, red tag, is 30,000 yen, 300 Australian bucks, 250 Australian dollars. A black tag. I don't reckon there's a black tag in there. No. Well, here you can have some fresh puffer fish. Fugu is pretty famous here in Japan, and there's shops all along here. This one selling fugu and puffer fish. Apparently it's a 7-year training course to be able to learn to be a fugu chef, because they've got to be able to learn to cut so that make sure the poison from the liver doesn't go through, because it will kill you within about 7 minutes if you eat one with the poison from the liver that's gone through the flesh. How many people today have died? How many people?
No poison.
No poison? Fresh? Maybe. It'll be my luck.
Yeah.
I'll get the one.
Okay, we'll get one.
Yeah. So not many people have died today?
Today okay.
Today, okay. There you go. Got to try a bit of fugu, puffer fish. That's the fugu.
Skin sashimi. Skin.
Oh, okay.
Skin, eh? Skin.
Yes.
Okay. Ponzu sauce. Put spicy chili there.
Okay.
Okay. Inside.
Isn't that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Look at that.
Photo. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, trying for the first time fugu or puffer fish. You can see they're fresh just there. Apparently every year there's about 6 to 8 people die in Japan of poisoning from fugu or puffer fish. And there's the toxins that the liver release into the fish if it's not killed correctly. So you mix it in with a bit of that. Okay. And you only got about 5 to 10 minutes to live if it is got the poisoning in there. So in 5 minutes time, if I'm still alive, I'm safe.
I think I'll wait 5 minutes.
Try it, just to see what happens to him. Put the chili. All right, so here's the skin. There's the fugu and fugu skin. And that here. Yeah, it's nice. Like, it's not something that you would rush out to buy. Do I crave it? It's tasty enough, like, yeah, it's good. Feel a bit dizzy actually. Go on, Jules.
I've got to try it now.
Got to try it.
I wouldn't say it's got a very definite flavour. The soy sauce gives it a lot more flavour. It's very mild. Yeah, I think once in a lifetime try.
Well, that was pretty tasty. I enjoyed that actually. It's just like eating sashimi. Well, it is sashimi, but puffer fish. So here you can see they've got them all prepared, ready to go, all plated. And yeah, worth the taste, worth the experience. Still alive to tell the story. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Arigato. Thank
Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you.
You always can go to dessert before you have your main course. Arigatou gozaimasu. Wow, look at that. Ice cream sandwich. The buns taste really tasty. It's sweet.
Strawberry.
Is that good, Shelby, or is that good? So that's Kuromon Markets. Look, it's set up for tourists as well, and it's a little bit more expensive than everywhere else, but pretty unique.
There's lots of little things you're going to want to try and eat.
You might need to rob a bank before you come.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the prices are tourist prices.
Yeah. Behind me is Osaka Castle. It's one of the icons of Osaka. You see from the top, you can see right around the whole city if you go up the top. But this castle was built in 1583 by the Shogun Toyotomi. It's actually been destroyed a number of times and rebuilt. First time it was actually destroyed was in 1615, where it was the big siege of Osaka, and it was captured and destroyed during that siege. It then was rebuilt by another shogun. Then in 1665, a lightning strike hit the castle and burnt it to the ground. It's been rebuilt again in 1931, and that's the structure you see based on its original paintings of what it looked like. Today it gets thousands of visitors coming to look over the city. It's right in the centre of the city of Osaka. But you know, when you travel through Japan, this is no longer an original castle. There used to be about 5,000 of these type of castles spread throughout Japan. But today there's only about 100 left. And a lot of that is due to wars or fires being burnt down because they were all in timber, or government orders to rip and tear them down. So now there's about 100 or so left throughout Japan, but there's only 12 of the original from the Edo period. One of them we're going to go and visit from Osaka is Himeji Castle, and that is still the original castle from the Edo period, over 500 years old. This one here is very unique. The grounds are huge. It's surrounded by 2 moats, so it made it really impenetrable with wars, but still didn't stop invading states fighting each other. So today inside it's a museum. You can go in and have a look, and then you can get some amazing views from the very top. During the Second World War, this area was used as a bit of a military barracks, so it was a prime target for the Americans to bomb. And so Osaka Castle was lined up, and they dropped a bomb straight over the top of it, but it landed just out here, right behind me here, and the explosion was so big that a lot of the foundation, these big rocks and the foundations were completely moved, and you can see at the top there they've been all blown inwards. and to this day it's still existing from the Second World War bomb that was dropped on it. But because this was rebuilt in 1931, and the main tower, they used all reinforced steel back then, and so a lot of the main structure of the top wasn't damaged, but the foundation was blown in. But because of the structure up top was pretty strong and sturdy, they didn't bother worrying about fixing it. So luckily it wasn't a direct hit, otherwise we won't be looking at this here today. Idea of the height of the stones, doesn't it?
That's how big each stone is.
That's one full piece stone. So over 2 meters high. And imagine that. And have a look at the size of this sucker. This stone, it's like monstrous. How did they even move that? Just out of Osaka, 30-minute train drive, you come to the small city of Nara. And Nara is famous for having quite a few really old, 1,000-year-old plus temples, but also famous for having a national deer park where the deer bow to you. So let's make our way to Nara Park. Okay, we made it to the Nara Deer Park. Someone's cracking the sads. There you go. These are plastic ones. They look like it. So for 200 yen, they selling crackers at the gates when you enter into the deer park, and then they'll start following you and the deer will bow. They're trying to encourage them to bow. But now they're harassing the kid. A bit of the story here, they're now a protected species here in Nara, or the deer, and back a couple hundred years ago they made it a capital punishment. If you shot one or killed one for food, a deer, you were sentenced to death because they were viewed as quite sacred in the Buddhist religion, as meant to be messages from God. So they, I think, they viewed that, oh, you're killing messages and eating the messages.
Here comes a little friend, he can smell your cracker.
Oh, here we go. We've got another one coming. You want a cracker? Oh, you're doing the bow? You want the cracker? Do you want it? Here you go.
Smelling. Oh, they're a bit aggressive, aren't they?
They're a bit aggressive. We're doing the bow. I've got a whole packet of crackers still left and I only gave 2 of them ones.
And who's got deer slobber all over his shirt?
They can't tell between a cracker and a brown shirt.
They're like, oh, there's some nice rolls there.
I'll have a little bite of that.
It doesn't hurt. It's just like,
Yeah, they mouth you.
Yeah, come on, there's yours. There. Well, I've run out. Ollie. Well, I've got these two carrying on.
yeah. Just recorded Jules just about jumped as high as a tree here. A little pinchy in the side of the ribs. It was like, die!
Something's trying to eat me.
So there's signs there, the deers are wild and they have been known to butt, bite and jump on people. All those things listed just here on the sign. Now we're making our way through the gardens up to the botanical gardens, but deers are everywhere. They're all wild deers and there's thousands of them. They're trying to get tourists to encourage the behaviour of the deer bowing before you give them some food. So it's pretty funny to watch. Kids are trying it and then they start chasing them all around the grass park. Even the crows here in Japan bow. They want a cracker too. Japanese gardens everywhere around here. Deers everywhere. And deer droppings everywhere. The lawns are well fertilised here. Your hairdo for you? Behind me, this was originally established the Great Buddha Temple here in Nara Park, 738 CE, making this nearly 1300 years old. It's still in its original condition, hasn't been restored recently or anything like that.
Tell you what, I'm glad I've got my Holafly sim. I've got internet on the go, which means that I can read signs like this, completely Japanese. There's so many of this sort of stuff around and you don't know, is the pagoda open, is the pagoda not open? Like we can see it's all covered, is it worth going in there or not? Well, because I've got data, I can Google Translate it and I can read the signs. So if you too would like to grab yourself a Holafly sim, Use the link in the description below and you can get 5% off an eSIM. Well, the deers at the Nara Deer Park are definitely cute. And this time of year there's lots of little babies around and they are so cute, so gorgeous. And they pose for the photos, they know what they're doing.
They even learned to bow pretty young too.
They do. But they are after those crackers, so watch out. If you buy yourself some crackers, you'll have them flocking to you. And if you don't feed them quick enough, they'll take a bite of you.
Well, that was a nice way to spend the morning. We're exploring Nara. Now made our way back to Nara station and got a half an hour to a 40-minute express train back into Osaka.
Today we're taking a 1-hour train journey from Osaka to Japan's largest and most iconic fortress, Himeji Castle. It's an easy walk from the train station. Himeji Castle is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is a national treasure, being one of only 12 original surviving castles in the country. It was built in 1333 as a fort on top of Himeyama Hill. It's been expanded over the centuries to what we see today.
If you come 30 minutes out of Osaka on the bullet train or the Shinkansen train, you come to this, Himeji Castle. It's one of the most preserved feudal castles in all of Japan, and it survived many different wars, survived the bombing in World War II. Himeji was bombed quite a lot by the Allies. They actually dropped a bomb here, but it didn't explode. So this is what's left of the castle today. One of the most visited castles in all of Japan. Also known as the White Heron Castle because it's all the outside is painted in white. So she stands out in the city. As soon as you get off the train and you look down the street, that's what you see. All right, time to go in and let's have a look at Himeji Castle. Pretty impressive wherever way you come in. Like you can sort of see it's 6 stories high, 6 levels. So, and it's on top of the hill, so it's quite elevated. So I'm expecting some pretty amazing views from the top. Well, I don't think we could have picked a hotter day to come to Himeji. It's about 40 degrees, overcast, very humid. I feel like I'm back in Mumbai.
When he said Japanese people were short, he wasn't wrong.
Thank you, you bowed to me. Now you know why bowing came in. Their doors were so short and they ducked to go under and they thought, oh, that's very respectful.
Just remember they're a lot shorter than we are.
Yeah, that's right. I feel tall being here in Japan. I've got a duck under these. Wow, that's amazing. Well, we come inside. Everything is timber as you would have expected back then. Shoes off, you're walking on the nice timber floorboards, and you get a nice breeze from up top from the windows that are all open. Amazing the size of the trees they would have used back there. Like that's a good 900 by 900 round trunk as a truss going straight through. Look at them. Well, we certainly picked a hot day to come and explore Himeji Castle. 40 degrees outside. Shelby's died, gone to the morgue because it's cooler. She says it sounds lovely. So to construct a Himeji Castle took over 8 years, the initial construction, with over 1,000 men working on them non-stop. A lot of good carpenters they would have had back then. And each have got these trap doors up top. Nicer up here, isn't it? Nice breeze blowing. Higher up you get. Lovely. What's crazy is back in the 1800s, they tried to sell a lot of these feudal castles that were spread throughout Japan. And this one, no one wanted. It was so big, the grounds are so big. So some guy ended up selling it to him for 2,000 yen. And he was just going to demolish the whole thing and just use the materials to make his money back from selling it. But the cost of him selling the materials to pay his workers, it worked out cheaper not to demolish it in the end, because he wouldn't have made any money out of it after he paid all his workers back then. So he just kept it. And luckily for Japan, he did, because now it's one of the biggest tourist destinations in all of Japan, this castle. So, but they demolished many of them throughout Japan just afterwards for the materials.
And this one hasn't been renovated, so it's actually like original inside. A lot of the others you go inside and it's all modernised inside. This one's not, this one's original, so it's definitely worth the stop off to see it, absolutely.
It's pretty amazing to see the old architecture, how it was built way back then. Made it up to the top of the 6th floor. Boy, the breeze coming through that window is awesome. It's like a little AC, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
You feel
The view is amazing from up here. The steps are quite steep to come up. It's really worth getting up here, and you can see the view. And you imagine if the city wasn't here back in the day, wow, how far you would have been able to see.
Sure, there was villages out there.
But you would have been able to see everything from here.
Bit of a hazy day too. That's why it's so hot. If you ever come to Himeji, it's well worth it. I reckon it's one of the best castles in Japan. And we've seen a few already. That would have to be my favourite so far.
We're in Osaka. It is the 3rd largest city in Japan, but it is also known as Japan's kitchen. Did you know that some of the most famous dishes from Japan actually originate here in Osaka? So we're hoping to really check that out, get some of the history of the dishes. So we're going to take you on a foodie tour of Osaka. We've got some really famous udon noodles and tofu skin. This is the tofu skin. It's a little bit sweet because it's been cooked with vinegar and sugar. Texture's just beautiful, sort of chewy, soft, but the flavour's amazing. This place is going to have like all sorts of food on a stick that's fried, which is what Osaka is famous for, actually.
What do you say? Pompeii.
Oh, that's so nice. And we're come to try some delicious snacky foods that you can have with drinks. This one here, I'm going to try first. Kushikatsu is actually lotus root that's been deep fried. Avocado that have been battered and deep fried like karaage chicken, but avocado. That is so delicious. Yukumi Daifuku, which is deep fried mochi ice cream.